Welcome back, everybody. So if you guys watched my previous video, I'm doing short little videos. Some of them I sort of talked about before, but I'm gonna try and keep them a little bit shorter this time, and I'm gonna try to go through the steps on how to make a Ren'py game with kind of the basics. I'm doing one video a month for Ren'py, so if you guys are interested, keep watch. You'll get to see other little videos. If you guys want to jump into sort of a specific thing for Ren'py, I have a bunch of videos already made. You can check them out. I'll maybe put like a little link up in the top corner to where you can check out my whole Ren'py playlist and pick out something that is probably more suited for you. In this video here, we're going to be continuing. I made a video of how to set up the script and everything like that in the last video that I did. And in this one we're going to be talking about the pictures and how to add images to your game. So this will include the backgrounds as well as the characters, how to set it up, and these are the images that we will need for our little game we're doing. Actually I don't think I need this one, but maybe we do. And we are going to be recreating the first scene in my game Lavar's Life that I made back in 2018. So that's what we're going to do, and I just wanted to kind of show you guys where the pictures are. The pictures are in the name of your game folder, then there's a folder called Game, and then there's a folder called, here actually I'll just show you guys. So here's an example. It's kind of hard to see maybe, hopefully you guys can see it okay. Once you click on the name for your game that you're creating, you go into Game, and then there's a folder called Images, and then that's where you're going to stick all your images, okay? So these are all the images we have. There's going to be 16 of them. So if you'll give me a quick second, we're going to quickly go back into the script, and I'm going to show you how to create the images. Okay, here we are over in our script. You guys might remember this from the previous video. But we are now going to add some images to the screen. Oh, and I've got one more thing. I don't know if you noticed when I was doing it before, there was one letter that was not used yet, and that's Q. And I had, in my actual thing, I have another character, and I call it Q, and the name of that character is question mark, question mark, question mark. Okay? That's just my thing that I always use. That way anytime there's a strange character that comes on the screen, I can use that and it's automatically there. We're going to get into a little bit more detail with the character stuff a little bit later in this whole thing, because there's ways you can change the color for their names and stuff like that. We'll deal with that later, okay? Right now we are going to be talking about how to add images. So we have 16 images that we have to add. So I'm going to do it right now. We'll start off, I'll explain it first and then we will go from there. So first thing you do is type the word image. And it can stay on the same indent as all the stuff before your game. It can stay on that first indent there. So we got image space, and then now's the title of your image, whatever you want to call it, all one word, okay? I highly suggest picking something fairly easy. I'm going to use the ones I actually used in my game itself, just to make it a little bit easier for myself. But you guys can choose whatever easy thing you want to pick, because you got to remember it, okay? So I have in my thing, I have it where if the character's mouth is open, it has an O. If the character's mouth is closed, it does not have an O. And it normally has the character's name and their emotion as well. So that's one way I do the characters. Backgrounds, I just pick anything. So we are going to separate the backgrounds from the characters as well when I do it. I like to do it that way because it's much easier to find. As you get going and you make like a bigger game with plenty of characters, lots of different reactions, I like to have what you can do, and I'll show you actually in a second. So we're going to title this one Death 1 space equals space quotation, and then now we put the title of the image, the actual file name of the image. So this is Death 1A Blood. I don't know if I used this one exactly in my game, but we're gonna do it anyways. .png. You want to make sure you have the whole thing. Again, quotation marks again. Your script should then change back to the proper color for everything, and you know you've done it right. Hit enter, do the same thing for the next picture. Okay? But I want to quickly show you how you can quickly organize some stuff. If you just hit a hashtag, that stops it. It's not going to pay attention to that line, whatever you're writing. Okay, so here we go. We have the pictures added in. Now onto our thing. So we are going to add them to the script. We are going to start with image 1, which is, or image death 1. And I believe that's going to start. So one thing it already has built in is black. So you can do scene black. And that's how we're going to start this very, very first part here. We're going to talk about how these are going to be done later, because it's not going to happen the way it's showing right now. But for right now, that's what it is. And now here we have, let me get rid of that. We have our first scene here. So we're going to do scene, because this is going to be the background. So anytime you're doing a background, you type the word scene, and then the name of the background, this part here. So whatever your file name, doesn't matter, put in scene, the name there. So that's why you want simple, easy ones to remember, or have them written off to the side somewhere if you need to. But you may be writing some of them, especially several times, so you want to make sure that you have it. Okay? So this one here is for this part here, and we're going to actually now go into our game and we're going to quickly look at it and make sure that everything's working so far. So we're going to save our script and we're going to actually start the game. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see what our game looks like. So here it is in the corner here. You can see our game. I'll make it a bit bigger for you guys. Just for right now, because you guys sort of know what's going on in the script in the background here. And I'm going to teach you a quick little thing to help you edit stuff. We're going to go back up to the start here so we can kind of see what's going on as things happen. But if you are in your game and you're in the middle of creating your game, while on the screen with your game, hit Shift R. It's going to do a quick little flicker, and you'll notice the title at the top changes to Auto Reload. Okay, so anytime you save your script, you're going to be able to see it in your game, and this is going to come in very handy as we go on. So let's start the game. We're going to hit enter, and there, now it shows it the way it shows it in the game. You can see the words on the screen, but now, unlike in my game that I currently have going, we can just keep clicking. This is the same background all the way through, right? We don't want that. So we are going to change up the background. So we're going to now have scene. I'm just going to kind of set it up. It may not be exactly how it is in my thing. Scene death 2, was it? Yep. And then we are gonna have scene death 3. Actually, we might move this down a little bit. There. So we at least have one timer thing happen during this. Okay? So all these up here are, like, this here is timed, this one's not timed, and then these ones here are timed, and then this is not timed. Okay? At this part here, we have a different scene. Very different scene, so. we're gonna have scene, and in this case, it is tree. Scene tree. And you want to make sure everything is, like, if you have a capital up at the top, and when you're labeling it, make sure you have a capital down here. Same with when it comes to your file names. Do not, it has to have the same letters, otherwise it will show up wrong, okay? So we have scene tree, and then at this time we also have LeVar. He's going to show up. And so I want to quickly show you guys how to show a character as well, and LeVar is going to be happy and have his mouth open. So this is the one we're going to need. While I'm at it, maybe I'll show you guys how to do it a little bit more complex. Not very complex, just a little bit more complex. We're going to move him in with his mouth closed, and then he will open his mouth, okay? We're going to actually move him in, which we don't have in the actual original game, but I just want to show you. So we're going to have show this one here, which is young happy LeVar is the 3 letters I'm putting in for it. At right with move in right. Then we're going to show young happy LeVar with his mouth open at right. Hide young happy LeVar. And it should show at this point he's going to come in on the right and stay there at the right, and his mouth will be closed. It will open at that point once he gets to his location. Okay, so it will be very quick, but we are also going to get through some of these as well. So we're going to go back to this part here, and we're going to save, and you're going to see a little flicker, okay? File, save. Okay, there we go. Now you'll notice the screen changes. And click through these. And then that one here. And did you notice he moved in from the side? Now he's also much smaller than he is in my actual game. But who cares? We're going to have it this way, okay? You saw him as he moved in from the right side of the screen into the spot. And he had his mouth closed and then it opens. So watch. There, okay? So that's one way to quickly do that, okay? I just want to go through real quickly. I'm going to put the characters in for the scenes that we already have. If LeVar's talking, he's going to have his mouth open. If LeVar is not talking, his mouth will be shut unless there's no other picture for it. Okay, Timmy2 from the future here. I just realized something. I didn't really explain to you guys the left, right, and like the basic placement of a character in here. So I'm going to quickly do that now. Basically, you can have your character appear on the left or the right or the center. And then you can also use move in left, move in right, move in bottom, I think it is, and move in top. Okay, and so those are just basic placements of your character. If you want to know more about other placements of characters, like a little bit more fine tuning of them, it's a little bit more advanced, but I'll put like a link hopefully at the top corner so you guys can check it out. So I'm going to quickly show you just a basic thing. So right now we have show LeVar happy, young LeVar, or young happy LeVar at left. Let's change that to at right. And file save, and I do have to do the Shift R. Now he's at the right. Now what about if we just, you don't have to do at center, so if you just do your show whatever picture you're going to show and that's it, it's going to do it automatically at the center, so watch. Now we have him in the center. Okay? So you can have your characters left, right, center, and then the move in, we could try that. So what do we have him at before here? So edit, undo, do, oh, we're gonna really do one letter at a time here. So I'll just do at left, I think it was, yep. File, save. We're gonna scroll back just a little bit because we have a move in left. So we're gonna show you the different move in ones we have. Here she is. So we'll go back one here. And so we're gonna have, how about we do move in right at left. So now he's going to come from the right side of the screen all the way over to the left side of the screen and stop there. And you could use this to kind of make your character move around a bit too. So we're just going to do that real quick. Oops, we didn't save. We gotta save first. Save. Go here and there. See how he moves across the screen? We can do move in bottom. I think it is. I think this is the correct one. Yeah, so he pops up from the bottom. We could do move in top, which in this case won't look good, but you could use this for something. If you wanted to have something fall on a character, this would be one of the ways you could do it. So, oops, gotta save, file, save. Go back and boom, there he goes. And then of course you could do move in left, which is what we actually have him for this. Move in left. File, save. There you go. Now he moves it from the left. Let's continue on into my main video. Okay, so we're back and I've just finished making all the pictures how we are going to have it. And as you can see, in some cases I have move in right, move out left, that kind of thing happening. Those are different ways you can bring your characters in and out of the screen, and we're going to take a quick look at them in general as we go through this little spot here. You can see he has his mouth open only when he's talking, and that's what I always like to go through and check and see. So this is a little different, of course, from the actual game. In this case, I have him move in on this, from the left side now. Okay, so we have a little problem here. You notice how he's still showing behind here? That means that we didn't do something correctly when it comes to the script. So let's take a quick look at the script at this point. So it's easy to find because it was right when we have the question mark character right here. So we had hide him with his mouth open, but because that's not there, we need to actually hide him. It should be show him with his mouth open at left. That's what it should be here. And then this one should be hide without his mouth open. So this technically is correct. Hide that. So we're going to scroll back a couple. And I'm going to save, and it's going to flicker. This will allow us again to see what is happening as we write the script. So there, it's suddenly changed. No hidden character behind him. We're doing good so far. He's happy again. His brother moves in from the right. Just keeping an eye on mouth movement. LeVar says no. Where is that? Okay, I think I know where that spot is at. Where does LeVar say no? File, save. So there, he has his mouth open for the no. So you notice how Randon moved out first, then LeVar? That's because we're looking at this part of the script right here, and Randon moves out first. He's the first one on the list to move out, then it's LeVar, okay? Then we have another scene shot. Here we go, you can see as we go through here. There's no opening and closing of mouths here because it's a special scene that I have, so. But we are going to talk about side characters, side images. In the future. Not right now, it's going to be a few months from now. Okay, perfect. That's our game. Okay, so in the next video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about making choices in your game. So you can make a choice in the game in general. It's going to be a very quick video, I'm sorry, but the following one after that, we're going to talk more about how to make the choices matter. But I just want to sort of get the idea of making choices in general, okay? Short video next month, and maybe a little bit longer video the month after, okay? Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.